Hello student, welcome to digital classes. This video is for class 8. The subject is maths, chapter number 3, square and square root. It is maths and this is the second part of the chapter number 3, square and square root. In this video, I am going to discuss about the properties of perfect square, which is given on the page number 43. Now I am going to explain this fact about the perfect square. The property number 1. Property number 1. A number ending with 2, 3, 7 and 8 never be a perfect square. Means if suppose we know that any number you can take any example like 82, 87, 83, 88. These all number ends with 2, 3, 7 and 8. So they are never. We just see this number by their unit digit. If the unit digit are 2, 3, 7 and 8, they are never be a perfect square number. So this is the property number 1. A number ending with 2, 3, 7, 8 never be a perfect square number. Now the property number 2. Now see the property number 2. A number ending with an odd number of 0. A number ends with odd number of 0 means we know that 400, if we take out the square root of 400, it becomes 20. But if it is 4000, it is not a perfect square number. The question arises why? Because of these 3 zeros. Because of these 3 zeros. A number ends with odd number of 0, never be a perfect square number. Means if a number ends with odd number of 0, never be a perfect square number. This is the property number 2. A number ending with odd number of 0. It means that if the number of 0 is odd, means 1, 2 and 3. See 1, 2 and 3. So this is the 3. Means this 0 is the odd times. So a number ending with odd number of 0 never be a perfect square number. This is the second property for the square root. Now the property number 3. If a number when divided by 3 leaves a remainder 2, then it is not a perfect square number. If a number like this is the property number 3. If a number divided by 3 and leaves the remainder 2. If a number when divided by 3 leaves a remainder 2, means when a number divided by 3 leaves remainder 2, then it is not a perfect square number. perfect square number. Suppose let us take an example 170. If we divide 170 with 3, you can see 3 5s are 15 and this is 20, 3 6 are 18. The remainder is 2. If the remainder is 2, so 170 is never be a perfect square number. Is that clear? Now we move on next property number 4. Now the property number 4, if a number divided with 4 leaves a remainder 2 or 3, property number 4, if a number when divided by 4 leaves a remainder 2 or 3, then it is not a perfect square number. Means a number divided by 4 remainder then it is not a perfect square number. Again, there is an example like 578. If we divide 578 with 4, you can see what is the remainder. 4 ones are 4. This is 70, 4 fours are 16, then it's 18 and 4 fours are 16. The remainder is 2. If the remainder is 2, this number means 578 is not a perfect square number. This is our property number 4. Now move to property number 5. Now, the property number 5, the square of an even number is always even. Means square of an even number is always even. This is the fact. Even number multiplied by even number, the answer must be even. Even number. Let us example 2 is a even number and 2 it become 4. 4 is a even number, 4 times 4 is 16. 20 is a even number, so 20 times 20 is equal to 400. So all are even. Understood? Now the sixth property is same. It's not different, little bit different. So I don't waste the time. I just remove the. Now the property number 6 is what? Square of an odd number is always an odd number. See, now the example, 3 times 3 is 9, 7 times 7 is 49, 11 times 11 is 121. All three numbers are odd. So it means the square of odd number is always odd number. The square of even number, that is the property number 5. Square of an even number is always an even number. And the property number 6 is square of an odd number is always an odd number. Now move to the property number 7. Property number 7. Property number 7 is the square of proper fraction. The square of proper fraction is smaller than the fraction. The square of proper fraction is smaller than the fraction. This is the property number 7. The square of proper fraction is smaller than the fraction. Let us see. We know that 4 upon 7. Suppose let us take an example, and I take an example. 4 upon 7 is a fraction. Now see, let us check. The square of 4 upon 7 is equal to 4 4s are 16 and 7 7s are 49. Yes, 4 upon 7 and 16 upon 49. How do we check this? Which one is bigger? How do we check this? I think so many students know about this and some don't know about this. We just cross multiply 8, means 49 times 4 and here 16 times 7. So it will be 4 9s are 36, 3, 16, 196, and this is 7. 63 and 7 and 6 is 13. Now see, which one is greater? In this 4 upon 7 is greater than 16 upon 49. This is the fact about the square and square root. The property number 7, the square of proper fraction is smaller than the fraction. I will just take an example. 4 upon 7 and square this. This is the fraction 4 upon 7, and the square of 4 upon 7 is 16 upon 49. Then we have to compare it writing like this and just cross multiply 8. 49 times 4 and 7 times 16. You see, the 16 times 7 is 133 and 49 times 4 is 196. So the 4 upon 7 is greater than 16 upon 49. This is the property number 7. The square of proper fraction is smaller than the fraction. I think now it is clear. Now move to the property number 8. Now the property number 8. For every natural number n, for every natural number n, n plus 1 square minus n square is equal to n plus 1 using, okay, wait, I will explain little bit more. This is a square minus b square, which is equal to a plus b and a minus b. So it will be n plus 1 minus n and n plus 1 plus n. So this cancel. Now it is 1. So it will be 2n plus 1. So it is 2n plus 1. So you can write, if you want to, and this means n plus 1 whole square minus n square is equal to 2n plus 1, or you can write n plus 1 plus n. So this is the another fact for the square and square root. The property number 8, for every natural number n plus 1 square minus n square, using the identity this we get 2n plus 1, or you see n plus 1 whole square minus n square is equal to 2n plus 1 and n plus 1 plus n. Now the property number 9. Today I just want to finish the property, then we will do the exercise. Exercise is is related to this property. So it will be important to learn the property carefully. So the property number 9, for every natural number n we have sum of first and natural number, means for every natural number, every natural number n, sum of first and odd number is n square. For example, 1 plus 3 plus 5 plus 7 plus 9, suppose this. So it will be better to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the answer will be 5 square, which is equal to 25. 9 plus 1, 10, 7 plus 3, 10, and the center find is this. 25 is the answer. You can just calculate by counting number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it will be 5 square. Okay. If you increase the number, see 1, 2, 5, 6, 7, now 11 plus 13 plus 15. So just count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, which is equal to 8 square, and this is 64 is the answer. And you can check by adding this number. You know that 7 plus 3 is 10, 9 plus 1 is 10, then 5 plus 5 is 20, and then 11, this is 24. 4 here, 2 plus 2, 4, 5, 6, it will be 64. So it is the way to find out the sum of first n odd numbers is n square by using the formula n square. You just have to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So just write is equal to 8 square, which is equal to 64. Now the last property. Now the last property number 10, Pythagorean triplet. Pythagorean triplet is basically based on the Pythagoras theorem. 3 natural numbers, suppose there is a 3 natural number m, n, p, are said to be a Pythagorean triplet. So m square plus n square is equal to p square. This is the Pythagorean triplet. First, second, third, we can manage this number. For it, let's just taking example after that. For important result, if m is greater than 1, so 2m, m square minus 1 and m square plus 1 is the format for the Pythagorean triplet. Let us see if we can check. Suppose this is 2, 3 and 4. So you can check here m, n, p. 2 square plus 3 square is equal to 4 plus 9, which is equal to 13, and 4 square is equal to 16. So it means therefore 2 square plus 3 square is not equal to 4 square. So it is not a Pythagorean triplet. It is not a Pythagorean triplet. And if there is a missing in the number, you can find using this. And the last property number 11, between the two consecutive square n square and n plus 1 square, there are 2n non-perfect square. This is the last property, just I write, and you can start the exercise after this, and more about the exercise we can discuss in the class. It means that the question is मतलब basically the property is between two square number. Between two square number, suppose n square is the first square number and n plus 1 is the square number, next square number, n plus 1. Then there are 2n non-perfect square number is square number. So there are 2n non-perfect square number lies between the two squaring number. Between two square number n square and n plus 1 square, there are 2n non-perfect square number. Means this 2n lies between n square and n plus 1 square. This is the last 11th property. Now you can start the exercise 3b, and more about the 3b we can discuss within a class.